Hello there, everyone. Hemant and I trust that you're keeping well, that you're keeping positive, that you're keeping motivated, and that you are really starting to use this time to search within. A lot of people have been talking about reflection and self-reflection, and we thought that we would pick up a topic about you leading you during this period. Now, there's a lot more opportunity for you to develop your leadership style and your leadership ability during these moments of isolation when you have the choice. You have a lot more flexibility, you're working remotely, and it's time to you to lead you. It is only going to take you to switch on your laptop to tune into that meeting or meet that deliverable because there isn't really a line manager hovering over you. So we thought that we'd give you 5 tips on building your leadership style and ability, you ultimately leading you. So the first thing is you need to have a set routine. If you read many articles in leadership journals, you will find that the most successful leaders have a set routine and in fact actually wake up at 5 a.m. or earlier. They use this personal time before they get to work for personal development or education. So what are you feeding into your life before you start work? I personally try and spend as much time as I can in the Word of God and in prayer before I start my day. What's yours? Number 2, you've got to take notice of where you're falling short and where you feel levels of frustration. I personally am feeling frustrated over the past few days of my lack of boundary. I can't draw the line between work and personal at this point in time. So now I'm making concerted efforts of actually switching off and spending time with the ones that mean the most to me. Number 3, what are you feeding yourself? And no, I'm not talking about food. That's a story for another day. And most of you know that I absolutely love food and I'm feeding myself a lot and I'm feeding my family a lot during this lockdown period. But I think the important thing here is what content are you feeding yourself? You've got to be careful to stay away from that toxic content or that fearful content. Don't let the virus take over your head and your heart. So I choose a couple of content pillars in my life and what feeds me. So I love comedians. So I'm feeding myself a lot of comedy during this period in time. I'm feeding myself leadership content. I'm feeding myself biblical content. But most of all, I'm feeding myself inspirational food content because that's my creative outlet. Bringing me to my next point, speaking of creative outlets, and number 4 is what is your creative outlet? Is your creative outlet writing music? Is it cooking? Is it baking? Is it makeup? What is it? Is it arts and crafts? And the key thing I'm urging you here to do is really identify what your creative outlet is. Far too often, we assume leadership and leadership style starts in the workplace. But in fact, it starts by developing your creativity and your passion so you can inspire others. And no, Netflix binging is not considered a creative outlet. Find yourself a creative outlet. And 5, you've really got to reflect. This is a bit of a tough one. How are you leading in your household right now? How are you treating your children during this time? How are you treating your partner during this time? Are you and your partner sharing the workload? Are you spending a bit of time with your animals? What is your approach to your household? Because that often signifies how you're going to lead a team in the workplace. You really need to understand empathy, time management, cost savings. How are you budgeting? How are you planning? So look toward your household to absolutely guide where your strengths and your areas of growth are in your leadership style. I really hope that these reflective and simple points have assisted you in guiding your next leadership move, guiding your leadership style, guiding your leadership ability, and really, you need to focus on leading you before leading others. Be safe and take care.